And here we are. We are in-game streaming now. We're going to be doing this during commercials and during timeouts and during injuries and whatever excuse we have to not actually be watching the game. Don't want to get into no trouble. But in any case, I have with me Kai and I have with me Juan. And of course, this show is once again brought to you by PrizePicks.com. Game starts in just a few minutes, but there is still time to go ahead and pick who you want to pick for your over and under and fantasy points. Use the promo code 5, F-I-V-E, and you'll be able to get yourself going. So something interesting that came up in between now and when we did our show is that, as a matter of fact, it turns out that Devontae Parker actually has, a $700,000 incentive?
$750,000 incentive to get 4 catches for 73 yards.
So that's something interesting that we have to look at. So maybe that's why he actually is in this game. Maybe he just wants to make sure that he gets his money. But I mean, listen, I'm not going to begrudge the man if that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Hey, if he gets 4 for 73 coming off a hamstring, that's great.
I'll take it. I'll take it at this point.
Hey, get that money too. Listen, bro.
Thanks.
Get that.
But I also something interesting that I see like a little back and forth with the Josh Allen. I feel like there's a couple of people who were quick to say that he was active but not gonna play, and then it was, oh no, he's gonna play the first couple drives. So I find that to be kind of interesting too.
Yeah, regardless, my theory was that they'll only pull them if they get into feel like they're in a comfortable lead, in which case they'll be like, well, we really want the number 2 seed and we feel comfortable that the Dolphins aren't going to be able to score, so we'll just go ahead and pull them out. But I personally feel like as long as the game is within arm's reach, they'll probably keep their starters out there, but only that long.
I mean, they know that if things don't go our way and their way, there's a potential for us to play them. And though it's very minuscule, as we mentioned on the extra yard earlier this week, Juan and Michael and Alfredo and myself, it's a very small chance, but there's a chance. And why are you going to expose kind of like your playbook and what you might be able to do in the playoffs in that situation? So who really knows? I think the one thing that's annoyed me, and as we, get it 2 minutes until kickoff, or I guess technically, they always just like 101, like 3 minutes until kickoff. It's just like, just win the game. I don't care who the hell is playing. Just win the game. Like you lost by 3.
Forget all the outside and all the other what ifs. And if we lose, just go win the game. Play. I agree.
Like you lost by 3 in week 2 when your team was playing way, way worse. Like I just gotta win the game. That's it.
Yep.
Hell no. Oh God.
And
so
that
answers how Kai feels. I just want to get your take on it, Lewis. Do you think that's even feasible at all? Do you think it's it's laughable, right?
Okay.
So we're all in
wanted
agreement.
Tua for so long, and now we're ready to give up on him after one.
Bro,
not even one season,
7 years. 7 years. We can't even give Tua half a season of starts before it's a bust. And should we draft another one? And listen, I get the counter argument. It's when are we gonna be back there top 5 again, right? If we're gonna be good. But
again, this is what I'm saying.
We already put money into Tua. Like it's already investing into him. It's like build around him.
This is what everybody feels watching Justin Herbert's losing. Yeah, look at all those points. Woo! This is everybody watching Tua winning. Losing. Like,
it's so boring to see him win.
Yeah, because
the thing too is, oh my God, it's like my brain's gonna explode. It's because last year, like even the mere suggestion, you would get killed on Dolphins Twitter for just saying, "Oh, I like Justin Herbert."
Oh yeah.
Now it's Justin Herbert's the guy. Why do we even ever like Tua? And it's like, bro, for 3 years, since that second half of the national championship game against Georgia, in which Atlanta does what Atlanta does best in terms of the entire, Atlanta, Georgia area, everything like that. Like what they do best is choke in big games, Falcons, Georgia Bulldogs. And now after not even a full season, you're going to quit on the guy that you've been foaming at the mouth for 3 years.
Funny enough, that half that you're talking about, the way he won that game was throwing a vertical pass to Devontae Smith. But all of a sudden, he doesn't have arm strength. He can't throw a long ball. He can't find a receiver. It's laughable to me, honestly.
They people translate boring to bad.
It's just
Because
ridiculous.
Tom Brady for decades, it feels like decades now, 2 decades it feels like, Tom Brady has made a career out of being the most boring quarterback who wins
and
everything.
He hasn't been good for a couple of years now. Like Tom Brady hasn't been Tom Brady
He
for a
wasn't
few years
elevating
now.
players for a while. He had his run where with Randy Moss and Wes Welker, and then he had like a couple like 3-4 years after that where he still was able to elevate players. But after that, it was also the part of the system, and also like ultimately like what like I know we're about to start, but what do you guys think? Was it Belichick being right and being the system, or was it Brady being right in the player?
I think it was both because I think you've seen Brady struggle in the Bruce Arians type offense this season. And I think a lot of although Jameis Winston isn't amazing, but a lot of the slack that Jameis was getting last year, I think a lot of people have piped down a little bit just because they've seen Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time. He's not the greatest quarterback in my opinion, but obviously the best winner at the position.
Quote unquote, yeah.
So
struggle.
guys, the Miami Dolphins have won the toss and they have deferred to the second half. No surprise there.
Always.
All I'm gonna say is that Miami, I just saw that Miami is now back to being the underdog. So looks like the starters will be playing a significant amount.
Who cares? Let's win the game.
Okay.
Who cares?
All right.
Win the game. Let's do this. Let's get it over with. Win the game, man.
I understand. We'll go
35 degrees, officially the coldest game Tua ever's played in. So
fight to win the game. I got you.
You said -5?
No, 35.
Oh,
that doesn't count. That doesn't count what it feels like with win. So it could be probably in the 20s.
I wonder what it's like in Alabama. I hope
it's cold.
I gotta look it up.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and we'll be back during the next commercial break. So until then. Also, Josh Allen seems to be arguing with Sean McDermott about something.
Wait, you didn't predict anything. All right, Xavier Howard getting a pick today or no? Oh, Lewis went out. That's it. All right. I guess no
pick.
So this was a better start to this whole thing than I thought it was going to be. But quick question, gents. Did Byron Jones get that pick?
I don't know.
I haven't gotten a clear look, but
hold on, let me see. Oh, he might have gotten, if he got his left foot in, if he dragged his left foot, yeah, because the right one did drag.
I feel like the argument they're going to make is that he didn't have control of the football.
He could be, but real quick, before I lose track, I am so proud of AVG, bro. AVG has been an animal this season, man. And honestly, I'm so happy because if everything works out, we're probably going to get another Wisconsin linebacker back in Vince Beagle. And from what AVG has said and in his interviews, Vince Beagle has been the one that's been in his ear. So honestly, I'm just so happy for him, man. Like he's put in the work and the results are there.
But you know what this means, right? We got to invest some money to keep him. Like some of this money has to be put in there.
I think people forget too that
Manny joins us now.
What I miss?
Do you have words?
I haven't watched a single minute yet.
Oh, okay. Andrew
Well,
Van Ginkel with a sack. And also Byron Jones may have made an interception. We're challenging it now. That's why
we're challenging it.
There you go. Well, I don't think Dolphin challenges work pretty well in Buffalo in recent years, as far as I know. Yeah, I remember Joe Philbin threw around 5 or 6 of them every time he played, and rarely got overturned.
One thing I would like to quickly mention on that, I think a lot of fans also forget about Vince Beagle and like how much of an important part, like that, or how much of an important role that he played, even when it looked like he was just like, oh, we traded for this guy, Vince Beagle, whatever. Like, and he played a pretty big role last year. Sorry. I think people forget that. And then the fact that AVG is talking about that he's in his ear, I think when he comes back from his injury, that'll be great for the Dolphins. Though I think he was in his last year of his contract this year, so I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure if we have to re-sign him or something like that.
So just to go ahead and get back to the matter at hand, a lot of replays are coming out and everything. Chris Kaufman just put up a screenshot of the
interception.
Play. Oh, here we go.
Reverse interception. Yeah,
So we are now
on that play. Just to mention that, a good read by Tua.
Good stuff. Durham Smythe trucked the guy. Durham Smythe trucked that poor guy. And then the Bills player is actually going to be responsible for smushing his own defender. So that's what we happen right now is that we have a timeout for the Buffalo Bills. Who was that? Number 24 who got injured? Who is that for Buffalo?
Yeah.
What was that now? I didn't hear.
Poyer. He was Poyer, safety.
Oh, their star safety. Oops.
Hot significant other. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't he needed to see what he sees and hit what he sees. I mean, he wasn't looking at all.
By the way, guys, let me just quickly say I thought the Bills should have just not really played their starters in this game because what's the best thing that could possibly happen? Basically,
they get the number 2 seed.
Number 2 seed, but it doesn't matter this year, right? Because it's the first seed that gets the bye. So
then number 2, you're probably facing.
But what if Josh Allen goes out for a run and gets hit, or Diggs gets injured? Like that's your number 1 target.
Or Jordan Poyer, their star safety.
Or Jordan Poyer, your starting safety that leads you in tackles in the back end is hurt now.
I see what I agree what you guys are saying, but you guys also have to remember. I've seen a lot of times.
Wait, are you sure it was? Are you sure it was Poyer? I thought it was 24, not 21.
No, it's 24.
Yeah, so that's not Poyer. That's
yeah.
Taron Johnson, a cornerback. He's a 3-year veteran out of Weber State.
Then it's Poyer.
Okay, so not Poyer. So they got lucky, I guess. Kind of.
Phil, man. Like, look, I get it, right? Oh, if you don't play, well, you got no momentum heading to the first week of the playoffs. But if you do play, you run that injury. So I think it's always a tough thing. To me, I always look at it as the Derrick Rose effect, right? He got hurt so many times in games. Either the game was already won, or it was in a meaningless game, and it killed his career. So those are things I always look at when it comes to just professional sports otherwise. And it's very a tough decision that a coach has to make.
Quick mention on.
We got to go. So make it quick.
I was going to say, quick mention on the playoff front. Nick Chubb just scored a 47-yard touchdown to put them up against the Steelers. So
the Browns win, they're in, right?
Yes.
Dolphins got to win. Man.
Any loss between Browns, Colts, Titans, or Ravens, and a Dolphins win, or just any loss in general, puts the Dolphins in.
All right, Louis, take us out, baby. Touchdown coming up.
God.
Well, that's what.
It's kind of
that is one way of getting that is one way of getting your quarterback killed, right? When your offensive line can't seem to know where the pressure's coming from.
Two straight mistakes from the offensive line, by the way. The first one was on Ted Karras, it looks like, but like, damn.
It's kind of funny that I was literally in the middle of saying that the Dolphins' offensive line was getting better at run blocking, and then they do that just there.
No, well, guys, on both consecutive plays, right? You have half the line going left, and either one or two guys going right.
Well, remember that's how that's how RPO is, Manny. That's how an RPO is run. So remember,
so if it's run like that, what went wrong? Was the first play just like a botched snap? Then,
yeah. So
that's what it looked like. It looked like I thought they were going to call the false start.
Yeah, and ideally in RPO, you only have 3 seconds to really do anything. So you ideally RPO, you get the ball. The linemen, 3 of them are going to go run block. 2 of them are staying to pass block. After that, it's on Tua to read the edge defender to see if it's either if he's crashing in, he takes it and he obviously throws it or runs it. But if he's on the edge and he's reading Tua, then he hands it off and then they run it.
So Juan, so then my question to you is this: when you see pressure coming that you wasn't expecting, what is the line supposed to do then?
Ideally, right there, that's between Tua and Karras to kind of adjust the line because they're supposed to see before pre-snap to see kind of what they're doing. And if they're reading that the line is going to be obviously more than they can obviously block, at that point they got to get out of that play.
Gotcha.
If he even has the ability to get out of the play, though, so that's a whole different issue at that.
All I know that this is the second time this season that I've seen Tua's left ankle almost get caught in the turf.
Yeah, bro, it's
man, that's just. I don't know.
Scary.
Did anybody see him limping?
No,
I didn't see anything. But by the way, and I think Lewis I think your piece earlier this year about our kicker Jason Sanders, I definitely gained an appreciation for specialists this year, man. Because once you have a kicker
for the brand,
yeah, man. Once you have a kicker that you can reliably just go out there, and I was more nervous probably with the PTSD of Dolphins, but man, he's so good.
The brand.
It's very comforting to know we can at least have a kicker that we can count on.
Now.
If only we had a center. If only we had a center. No, I'm not willing to go.
A center. Let's bring back Tim Runny, man. He was a center for that guy.
I miss Pouncey, man. We used to be able to pull with him, bro.
All right, let's get back into it.
Florida guy.
And we're back as the Dolphins are about ready to take the field again after that punt. So, do you guys get the feeling that the Bills are not really trying that hard?
They're scouting us. That's all they're doing. They're literally taking as much information as we want to give them. So on that 3rd and 8, what did they do? They ran it all the way down to 0 seconds, called a timeout. What does that cause you? That causes us to have to we're either going to run the same play twice and give them the same pre-snap formation, or we're going to switch it and give them basically 2 plays of what we would potentially do on 3rd and 8. And I know it's who cares? We might not even see them in the playoffs, but that's what it looks like the Bills are doing.
So, what are you saying, Juan? Is that they're basically going to let us have this game so that if they run into us in the playoffs, they can be ready for us?
Yeah, for sure. It looks like, yeah, they're trying. It's not like oh, they're tanking for, no. They're obviously trying different things, and they want to see how people are going to react. Like, and you also see it with Flores too, because Flores, even on the 3rd and 4, I think 2 drives before, he ended up blitzing Xavier Howard, which we never see. So it's funny. It's for me. I love these type of games because it's all just a test match. You're just seeing, I do this, you do that. I do this, you do that. It's just fun.
But Juan, here's the main difference, though, right? Like Sean knows the Dolphins need to win this game.
Yep.
so Sean couldn't go out there and
He's playing with house money. He's playing with house money for him.
I mean, because come on, it's a 3rd down play, and I don't even know if Diggs was even out there on 3rd down. So it's just those things that you kind of wonder. Okay, well, they're not giving us the game, but yeah, the Dolphins shouldn't be hurting themselves in the foot with anything, right? No penalties or nothing, because basically the game is there to have.
Yeah, and on that 3rd down, they're doing exactly what they did in week 2. They're trying to see if the crossers will kill us. And in week 2, we did not have an answer at all when they ran those crossers. This time around in that 3rd down, they tried to do a crosser with their tight end Dawson Knox, and it looked like we had a response to it. So it's just building off of that.
All right, so let's get back to the game now. Tua's back on the field. Let's see if they can actually get a touchdown out of it this time.
Lewis, I don't think I can hear you unless I'm just crazy.
No, I haven't heard anybody.
Nope.
Hello?
All right. Well. Oh, there we go. Hello.
There we go.
Hello?
Yes.
Yo.
Sorry. I want to know who was it that said that we have a reliable punter?
Me. Look.
Would you like to take that back, Kai?
Listen, I'm for the brand. He's been having a really good season, so I'm sorry that I jinxed it.
Okay, game on.
All right.
And that's what punting looks like.
I miss
Why did you
19.
No, you
Malcolm,
don't.
listen,
Chill
Malcolm Perry. I thought
Chill
that.
out. Chill out.
with-
Cut that crap.
Okay, to be fair to Malcolm Perry, I also thought that punt was going to land into the end zone.
Great.
So
Look, that's great placement by Borquez. I don't know what to tell you.
Again, third down, guys. Crossers for the Bills. I mean, look, they're definitely going to try to just beat it over the head to see what they do. And again with Diggs, I mean, we had a good little plan there. If you guys saw, we saw Eric Rowe kind of drop back into it at the last bit of it. So chess match continues, I guess.
I know we were saying a lot of like they're kind of wanting. I think you were the one that mentioned it, Juan, kind of like wanting to see what we might do, but like Josh, he looks rattled, to be honest. Like he looks
good.
he looks
Because
rattled
the
right
Buffalo Bills offense is not running like the Buffalo Bills offense right now. That's what
now.
it is.
Saying.
All right.
Yeah,
And it's like, for example, I just watched Mike Evans hobbling off the field in a meaningless game for the Buccaneers. Okay. Those are things that I'm pretty sure at halftime or even at some point, McDermott's going to have to think about. But hey, we're not running where we're supposed to. We're not even running the way that we've been doing it all season long. Is this really worth the risk? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like you have Nick Foles coming off the bench. I know, right?
Oh,
But I'm just saying.
you win one Super Bowl and like
that's gonna come in there and start winning games for you in the playoffs. Like, why risk it? Makes no sense.
Yep.
So now the Dolphins have to go 99 yards if they want to
Run the
score.
ball. Run the ball.
Miles looks good. I don't think we've seen Ahmed at all.
No, what's the
Breida has. I
problem?
don't think we've seen Breida at all either. Though, I mean, I would love to have a little first down run here, but I'd see Chan maybe probably doing a little, maybe a little, trickery. Probably do a little play
handoff,
action, try to go over the top.
left side bootleg. By the way, Parker has to stay in that first down line, man. He can't just catch that and go back 1 yard.
Well, he also dropped the crucial one on 1st and 15. I mean, it was a little low, but
you know what?
It was a little low, but
it was low, but it was catchable.
All right. So
if it touches your hands and you're a receiver, I'm sorry, you got to catch it.
Let's see what they do.
Shout out 19.
Peace.
So that is the end of the first half. Miami Dolphins still leading 3-0. Better punt this time by Matt Hawk. Thank God.
You heard what they said, by the way. Leads in net yardage in the NFL. Just wanna remind you.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good punter, man.
Okay,
Jesus.
okay, no. Good punters don't kick 32-yard punts. and more than once in a season. Okay, that's the biggest issue with me and Matt Hawk. If it was just like, oh, he shanked it every once in a while, like once in a blue moon, fine. But it's like it feels like every game there's at least one punt where we're looking at Matt Hawk and being like, what the heck was that?
All right.
But anyway, listen, you crap on 19. I'm gonna crap on 2.
Well, 19
There you go.
sucks, so I don't know what to tell
So does
you.
2.
Juan, you're muted, by the way. 19 sucks.
So does 2. I'm gonna call him Matt Hack from now on. He's Matt Hack.
That's disrespectful. I wouldn't mess up names, bro. I might not say your name, but from a messed up name community
right now the Ravens are up 10-0. So they're taking care of the Bengals.
Don't disrespect the punter.
Why not?
And Browns are still.
We didn't like Matt. We didn't like him last year, and the year before that, we were mad at him.
Punter that ever existed, all right.
Lamar Jackson just threw a pick on
Nice.
3rd and 6.
Huzzah! Good for the
Hey,
but still,
Who Day Nation,
Who day?
like people.
all right. So now Miami has to get another stop. I'm wondering how long Buffalo's gonna be like holding themselves back because it does feel like something's not right here.
Yeah, they're not playing to win right now. They're just more so kind of going with the strokes, kind of seeing what the scoreboard says. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they come out of the second half with Josh Allen still playing. I feel like he'll probably go to the half and then call it a game.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. If they're losing at the half,
I think they just want him to get the record.
I don't think they'll sit him. If they are losing at the half, I don't think they sit them.
No, you know what? I'm going to disagree with you, Lewis, because just on the chat they put that cute little stat that since Josh Allen really didn't start at quarterback this game, it doesn't matter for wins and losses. So I think that does go into it.
All right. Well, let's get back into it.
There you go.
Well, that didn't take long, did it?
There's what you've been asked.
I mean, Josh Allen is just an MVP. They're definitely still not running anything crazy or really throwing anything like the kitchen sink at us or anything, but they're really vanilla. And if you see even on that play where he scrambled and he juked the cleats off of Baker, the coaches are screaming, "Throw the ball away!" So they're obviously in preserve mode. They're just, I mean, Josh Allen is just, he's turned the corner, man.
I think it has a lot to do with Ken Dorsey and Brian Daboll working with him hardcore in the offseason, and plus having that guy Stephon Diggs. Like at the snap, the ball was already out of Allen's hands, it felt like, and Diggs already had the inside route on Howard, so there was nothing that could have been done. It just kind of reaches a point where you feel like, are we really playing the Buffalo Bills, or are they just kind of half-assing it and we're trying to look good by taking advantage of it? That's what I'm concerned about. Like, if they really decide to turn it on, is there anything that we can do to stop them?
Yep.
Oh, you're talking about like in a game that mattered for them? Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. That I just tweeted out. My biggest fear is that drive facing the Bills, because it gets to a point where what do you really do to stop Josh Allen? Because you have to commit somebody to spy him, because he can run at any point, and now he could literally throw it from anywhere with accuracy. Because I mean, his arm was never in question. The guy could throw an 80-yard ball, no problem. But it was always, can he do it with touch? Can he do it with precision? Can he do it in situational like moments? And this year he's checked off each box. I mean, emphatically for me. I mean, he's MVP. He's an MVP level right now.
So, what do the Dolphins need to do to answer back?
We got to settle to win. We got to definitely start going back to the run game and gaining some positive yards. Because I mean, I'm kind of missed that first. Real quick, I missed that first play on that on when we started at the 1 yard line. Did Gailey really call a QB sneak?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
he's out. This is his last season. That's it.
I mean, I get it. You're trying to give him space, right? But God, I mean,
it'll be interesting to see
like,
who the next OC is, because I think it's clear that he's out. That's it.
I would definitely have to agree. All right, so touchback for the Dolphins. Now they'll start at the 25. Here comes Tua again. So we got an advertisement for flossing on that play, but not anything substantial as far as moving the football. Felt like Adam Gase was calling plays again.
The fact that Mike Gesicki just had his first target and it was 10 minutes to go in the second quarter is horrendous. I mean,
and it fell at his feet because Tua looked like he didn't want to throw the football.
Yeah.
I'm getting concerned. I'm not saying we're going to give up on this guy, but there's something wrong with Tua's head. I don't know if he's psyching himself out. I don't know if he's being told things that are contrary to what it is that he wants to do. When I heard the, what's his name? Was it Trent Green who said it? Or was it the other guy who said that Changeli knows what's best for his players? And I'm like, I said it out loud. It's like, yeah, right.
No, he doesn't. I mean,
yeah, right.
Lewis, let me ask you something. Just hypothetical. If I told you to do at 12 o'clock eat every single day, and then on the one day that I'm rushed and I don't really have anything for you to eat, and I tell you, hey, you got to eat at 11:30 or you have to eat at 11:45, your body does not react correctly. And I know it's not the greatest example, right? But it's just with Tua, it's like the whole week it's be safe, be safe, be safe. If he's open, you see it, you throw it. And then halfway into the game, it's, hey, look, I know it's not going to be always open and it's not going to be always perfect, but just try to get it in there. And then 2 drives later, you get frustrated because the kid obviously is, confused. And what do you expect him to do?
I'm trying to come up with some kind of way that they can actually keep things moving. They gave the ball to Savon Ahmed this drive, and Ahmed didn't get anywhere. If I'm Miami, Gaskin runs the rest of the way, honestly. That's number one. Number two, keep using use the tight ends. Use the tight ends. Shaheen is apparently open for targets. Apparently, Durham Smythe can get open for targets. If Gesicki is causing so much trouble that they have to double him up or whatever, and he's not open, fine, whatever. But that means there's somebody else who should be available. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to believe that there's nobody that they can get the ball to. Why aren't they doing, again, why are they not doing the Fitzpatrick thing? Do the Fitzpatrick playbook. Put 3-4 out wide. Let him throw the doggone ball without having to fake it with a read pass option first.
It's a bunch of 11 and 12 personnel. That's what they do.
All right.
Frustrating.
Back to the game. Can you feel the frustration mounting?
Yeah,
I'm
I would
getting
also
more
like to add
irritated
that there was a definite mishold on that play.
on AVG.
Yeah, I mean, in front of the ref. I mean,
Yeah, they're
most
not gonna call
blatantly
that.
obvious. There was one on AVG, and then there was one on Emmanuel Agba.
And also,
not
did you guys
called.
see on that third down just now that halfway into it, like Josh Allen kind of looked around, didn't see the flag, and he kind of like made this motion of like, "Where's the flag?" And the flag magically appeared, and he's starting to get that Tom Brady treatment, I guess.
So stupid.
Regardless of how we want to look at this,
They gotta go out
fact
and
of the
score a
matter is,
touchdown.
the
No other team
Dolphins.
is helping them right now.
No other team is helping. The offense is doing exactly what we expected the Changeli offense to look like when it comes to Tua. I guarantee you right now that if Fitzpatrick came in here, they would suddenly be able to move the football because the plays would be different completely.
And this is also like the third week in a row where Needham is getting burnt. So it's concerning because they're obviously at this point they're looking for who to target on our defense. You're not really going to target Xavier. Byron obviously just got a pick, so the rest of the game is going to be just attacking Needham if they do end up playing.
Yep.
This is exactly what people have been saying. Ethan said it best that but Ethan said it, but not in the way that he should have. Changeli is prideful, and instead of calling a game plan that was supposedly beat his former team, he's doing exactly what he says is best for Tua, according to Changeli. And that's the problem, because Changeli is wrong, and he won't admit it. Changeli wants to have a gunslinger quarterback.
Lewis, are you putting any blame on Flores? I'm just asking because this week
the only blame I can put on Flores is for hiring Galen in the first place.
I ruffled some feathers this week because I mentioned that Flores' decision to switch Tua for Fitz in the Raiders game. I wasn't that much of a fan of, and I ruffled a lot of feathers because people were telling me that I shouldn't be questioning Flores for all the right decisions he's made, but that Gailey decision is looking game by game to be.
Well, at the time we thought it was a
really
good idea, but that's the problem. We thought it was a good idea at first because we assumed Fitzpatrick would play the whole season.
Correct, but don't you as a team have a plan, and don't you tell yourself, hey, we're going to draft Tua, let's have an offensive coach that will grow with Tua? Like, I don't know.
Because it was supposed to be always win now, and win now was Fitzpatrick at the time. They changed the plan at the last minute after the bye week, and now Gailey wants to do read pass option out the wazoo instead of letting Tua air it out for reasons
getting
unknown.
annoying. It's getting annoying.
Yeah, that's why he's not going to. That's why he's not coming back. But anyway, let's get back to the game and see what they do now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shane.
So looks like the best play of the game so far has been trickery on the part of Lynn Bowden throwing a pass to Gaskin across the field. How is it that Tua throws
Hold on.
backwards and it's the best play of the game?
Hold on, Louis. Before we answer that, have we seen our 5 Reasons chat room?
Yeah, it's a mess right now. It's hell in there right now. Shane's just having a tantrum and talking about Dave Wanstead, and it's a crazy time right now.
It is so bad. Ethan Skolnick is waiting for Jackson's ice cream to show up at his front door. That's how bad it is. Lewis, please continue, my friend. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But listen, I get why he's upset though, because what we're watching right now is not the Tua that was advertised. Now the question is that Tua's fault, or is that Changeli doing everything he can to wish that Fitzpatrick was out there? Like, he does realize there's no going to him today, right? Because he's on the COVID list.
I just think Fitzpatrick. I mean, I think Gailey just has like a grudge against Tua, where he's just gonna make him look as pedestrian as he could possibly make him look. Because I mean, like, it took us until like middle of the second quarter to get Gesicki his first target. Right, we're talking about we're finally now getting into no huddle and speeding up the tempo. And
and just to interject,
just
to interject, Gesicki got mugged. And if he hadn't looked at the ref and said, "What the ever living," he wasn't gonna get that call.
He wasn't, and that goes to show that sometimes you do gotta play the refs a little bit, you know.
But that's just it, man. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. He's been mugged on pretty much every play so far. No calls have been made. And that one deep pass that we thought was going to get called in favor of the Dolphins, they actually picked it up and said, "Oh no, totally wasn't offensive pass interference. Don't worry, the Dolphins didn't screw up." It's like, are you kidding me right now? Okay, that's fine, whatever. So now they're at 2nd and goal. What are the Dolphins going to do? Are they going to score a touchdown? Because suddenly I'm not all that convinced.
And sorry, not to cut you off, Lewis, but I just love that play with Lynn Bowden has been, going back to, I think, the Kansas City game where they've been trying to actually run it, and it finally works out. And that was a heck of a pass to Gaskins because it went over.
Sure, it was great, but why not let Tua do it? All right, back to the game. and here we are for the halftime portion of this show. So Tua finally comes out slinging the football and drop 1, drop 2. Just nobody can help this guy. Nobody can help
for Tua, right? But hey, I mean, why can't he throw it deep, and why can't he get it there faster? And he has no arm strength, but why can't his receivers catch the ball?
It's kind of reaching a point where you realize that, yes, the weapons are a serious problem. We need more of them because Myles Gaskin drops a pass, and then you have Isaiah Ford dropping a pass. And mind you, this is exactly what we were waiting for Tua to throw downfield, get a little bit aggressive. But this is the result of him getting aggressive. Then, no, I can understand why they don't let him get aggressive because
and then Gailey with his target share is just completely backwards to me. I mean, Lynn Bowden Jr., as much as I like him and I love the kid, he shouldn't be leading us with 7 targets when Gaskins is the next one with 4. Devontae has 3. And then you look at Gesicki with 2 targets with no catches. I mean, I don't know, man. Gesicki to me is our number 1 option at this point.
And even if it's not Gesicki, the tight end at the very least, because nobody seems to be interested in covering Smythe or Adam Shaheen.
Yeah, in the flat.
And so, but if that works, then again, I don't know why you don't. You force them to defend that, and once they go ahead and try to do that, that's when something else opens up. I don't understand why Miami doesn't do this. I'm getting sick and tired of listening to this Chan Gailey nonsense about how Gailey knows what's best for Tua. No, he doesn't. This pistol formation that they've been running this entire game does not work. Tua is
tight end.
Tua is a quarterback that reads defenses and finds open guys, but you have to give him time to actually read the field to find the open guy. When you spend half the snap going through the pistol so he can fake a handoff to Myles Gaskin, you cut in time the half. You cut in half the time that he has to actually look for guys to throw the football to. So if there is any adjustment that can be made to even remotely salvage this game, you have to basically let Tua run the Fitzpatrick playbook.
Hold on a second. And I'm just going to say this because I called it. And I know it's not, I know we're just discussing it because that's the big thing. But Dolphins Twitter is doing this, and it's going to be a thing during the game and after the game and for the rest of the week based on the outcome. And even if we come back and win because it's backups, this game to me has very little to do with Tua in terms of why we're losing. Like we're losing 28-6 because our defense is getting absolutely roasted. I have never seen wide receivers more open in my entire life, it feels like.
Every year we have at least one game like that, though.
Here's an issue, though. 2/3 of this football team has been very poor the last 2 weeks. The special teams, Renfro had lots of return yardage 2 weeks ago. We gave up the punt return to – so outside of Jason Sanders and a couple of fakes, the special teams haven't been good. The offense, obviously, you guys we talked about this enough, and now the defense. And here's a longer theme. Josh Allen is just torn up Brian Flores. And if we want to talk about, we won 10 games, we didn't make the playoffs, we were farther ahead than what we should be, it doesn't change the fact we're going to have to face this guy for the next 10 years. And my point is if a lot doesn't change, defenses naturally regress year to year. We probably won't lead the league in points per game next year. It just doesn't happen. You can't rely on that. And if these other factors don't get better, I don't know. This just feels like, maybe it's my age, it feels like every Dave Wannstedt team I watched.
I think this team has a little bit more than that, just from the standpoint of,
I
think Josh Allen, I will give you this. Josh Allen does seem to have, and I wouldn't even say Brian Flores' number, because Josh Allen just has the Dolphins number. Because Josh Allen's been tearing us up since before Brian.
Isn't he like 6-0? Have we beaten Josh Allen?
I don't think we have. And if we did, it was once, maybe like the first season when he was a rookie. No, we did. We beat him once because he missed like a Hail Mary touchdown to win the game. You remember that in the back of the end zone? I think the tight end dropped it or something.
You know who the target was? I remember. It was Charles Clay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But Josh Allen has always played amazing against us. Even when Josh Allen was the bottom of the league in terms of quarterbacks and everyone thought he was bad, he would play the Dolphins and would just torch us. So I think this is a Josh Allen just against the Dolphins thing. Sometimes they just have our number and it's the Bills too, right? Because didn't we make, there was a bunch of quarterbacks they had too before Josh Allen that we made look great.
Okay.
Tater looked amazing.
Thad Lewis. I remember Thad Lewis.
To be the negative guy, though, where's Brian Flores' fingerprints in this game?
It was the
Okay,
first
was at the
drive.
beginning of the
Come on
game.
now. This
Yeah,
is
It was
getting
the first drive.
ridiculous.
The first couple drives.
This is getting ridiculous.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right, like,
fine.
come on now.
we had 3 drives
He
where the
deserves
defense was
criticism.
playing
Special
well.
teams are bad. He had 8 days knowing, he had plenty of time knowing that it was Tua or a bust this week, and they decided to roll the same thing out that Tua got benched with.
That's Changeli. He has an
Yeah.
ego. We
Yeah.
knew this. He had an ego.
Right,
So
but there's nothing you can do about Shane. You have to understand that there's at this point in time, there's nothing you can do about that. It's already happened. It's in the past. Nothing of this game is falling on the hands of any other person besides the fact that our defense is getting torched, as Michael said, and you gave up a special team touchdown. This is not Brian Flores trying to
mind
get to
you,
Dave
Andrew Van
Wannstedt.
Galen got
This
mugged
isn't-
on that punt return
Like,
touchdown.
there's
no.
so much of this that, like,
AVG's gotten held like 2 or 3 times all game.
Every
I don't even, like,
every
this
play for
needs
the
to
offense,
stop.
they've been held. I feel like
Kai
If you
Kai
watch
is
them,
so hot, his
there was
camera
one-
went off.
There
no,
goes.
because it's no, truthfully,
There's
it's
the
camera.
annoying that there's this thought right now that all of a sudden that this Dolphins team is some godforsaken, horrible, like, mess of things. And like,
They
I
are.
understand,
This is a mess.
but they're not.
They
Shane,
are so far
I need you to
behind
understand,
the
Shane, I
It
need you
is
to understand that you're
unbelievable.
letting your anger and your upsetness of the Dolphins get in the way of actually analyzing a situation. You did this last week and you did the same thing this week. You have to take a step back and look at it from a
Okay.
different perspective.
I mean,
If you
this-
can sit here and tell me that Brian Flores is Dave Wannstedt, you've never watched the Dolphins play football.
I've watched them for 32 years, and this feels like every time big game on the road, we're out of it by halftime. We've done this before. It's the same.
Wow.
No.
You're right.
What about last year? What about the Raiders game? What about
let's
the
not.
Raiders
If this
game?
is the same team, we would have lost to the Patriots. Then we
lost
would have
to
lost to
Raiders.
the Raiders.
No,
Okay,
we
we
beat
would have
them.
lost them earlier in the
That's
season.
not new.
Don't give- No.
We beat the
Hold on.
Is it new?
Also, we gave Ryan.
happened
Won
last
this
week.
game 2
We
years
gave
ago.
Ryan.
This doesn't happen. Look at
But
this.
Shane, eliminating the Patriots is not. It is new. That is new. So you can't say that it's the same old Dolphins because we
Tom Brady.
eliminated them at home.
No Tom Brady. No
Makes-
Edelman. No Gronk.
Hold on. Let me point this out. Last season, we knocked the Patriots out of their special little spot in Foxborough, and they did have Brady and Edelman and Gronk and all these guys. So we're so
Nothing.
special.
Nothing was on the
So-
line.
Nothing was okay, but they did it.
I love it, Shane.
Time out. The
Again,
Dolphins are 10-5 with an offense that is worse than the Patriots had last year with Tom Brady, and they didn't do crap with it. Are you going to tell me that this Dolphins offense with a Parker who you can tell is not healthy, Isaiah Ford can't catch anything, Lynn Bowden every time he catches the ball stops for a solid 3 seconds to see which direction he wants to run, Mike Gesicki you can tell is still injured and got mugged on that one downfield play, and your next best receiver is what? Malcolm Perry?
okay, I get it. The skill positions are bad, but in the end, if we were down 6-10 at half right now, I'd be 2/3 of this team.
But Shane,
all three
how
facets of this game is
games?
atrocious.
How
All
many
three
games did
facets.
this defense keep us in when Tua wasn't doing anything? How
Okay,
many
that's
games
fine,
did this defense
but-
get a turnover when we needed it against the
I think
Chargers,
at this
against
point-
the? There's plenty of times where this defense has come on for you to just on these last 2 games for you to come so hard, bro. It just seems like it's an overly emotional take, bro. 'cause
Okay, it's
it's
2:43 right now, and you know what's bigger about this is our competition for the next 10 years. And
Okay,
that's my
so
thing.
okay, but
Yes, and
are we really that
Buffalo-
impressed Josh Allen's rookie year? Are you really telling me, oh, we have to face him for 10 years?
No, I'm
no.
not.
So for
I'm
Tua,
not calling
if Tua
Tua a
grows,
bust,
if-
but this is. I'm sorry, they're losing all 3 phases of the game. Right?
All right, hold on. Stop. Hold on. Let's keep some perspective in what's happening with this Miami Dolphins roster right now. The Buffalo Bills have been setting this up for a massive playoff run for the past 2 years now. They were supposed to get there last time. Now they actually are making it. Good for them. We, Miami, are supposed to be in year 2
God, this is so ridiculous.
of a rebuild that
Yep.
was from year one. The year one of
Perspective.
rebuild
Get 'em,
was
Louis.
year one of rebuild was a massive teardown of every ounce of talent.
No
that
one
you
wanted
could
to play
find
here.
on this roster.
Fitzpatrick didn't want to.
Now we're
Nobody
in
wanted
year
to play here.
2, and
Fitzpatrick
we
signed because he had nothing else.
signed free agents, drafted some decent players, and somehow
Let's talk about me,
miraculously we managed to get to, we assume, going to be the end of the season, 10-6. In year 2 of a rebuild where going for the playoffs was not even supposed to be.
It wasn't feasible. You were a 5-11 team
in the realm of possibility.
Imagine in 2008, we go from winning one game to winning, not say 11, but 10 games, and it's like, oh well, we didn't do enough. We choked at the end. No, man, that's a huge difference.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but again, to play devil's advocate, man, you got us back to the 10-6, 9-7 Miami Dolphins.
No, sorry, I'm gonna disagree.
Oh, wait,
what is 10-6?
There is a huge
many other
difference
years, that's
between
playoffs.
9-7 and 10-6. No way, bro. No way. There's a huge difference between 10-6 and 9-7.
Hold on. I'm gonna put some respect on the Tony Sparano teams because those teams were really not that bad. That team got saddled by one thing, in my opinion, that really messed them up, and it was they hitched all of their lives on Chad Henne. That was the issue because the offensive line played amazing.
Starting today,
the entire time. The
if Chad Pennington had been there,
if Chad Pennington were healthy, that team would have been good. If they had drafted a good quarterback, that team would have been good. This team today, they're flat. They're out of it. I'm not doubting that.
And a lot of it has to do.
Dolphins in the last few years, and they came out flat.
And then this is the only thing that I would probably agree with Shane with on this. Every single game when it came to this caliber for the Miami Dolphins, I'm 32 years old. I can remember big time games, right? Obviously, the Wannstedt we can't compare era, the Philbin we cannot compare it. I believe in Coach Flores, but what's happening is obviously we knew and they knew Fitz was not going to be in this game. Okay, you cannot still do the same things you've been doing the last previous weeks.
And that's
you have a game to win. You have a game to win, and yet you're getting your best shot with Buffalo, not needing to do squat. Okay,
that's the biggest problem.
Taken into town at halftime on the road with no fans.
This is the one thing.
Oh, this is
hold on. But at what other point this season? At what other point this season have we felt like Brian Flores let us down? Because I'll give you this today. I am disappointed.
Week one, right? Week one.
And how about the first 59 minutes of the Raiders game?
I'm not going to blame Brian Flores for the Raiders game.
Well, because you put in Fitzpatrick.
It looked the same. It's just the difference between the Raiders and
this defense does not look the same. No. Josh Allen is okay. I think it was Adam Beasley that put it out. The our third down defense is number 1 in the league. Our red zone defense is number 1 in the league. Both of Josh Allen's touchdowns were on third down in the red zone. That's just a really good team that happens to get it done. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 teams in the entire NFL that does that.
Mike, again, they knew where the Dolphins' weakness is, right? It's in the slot. Need them in coverage. There's
Needham is
McKenzie superstar.
Tearing it up, bro. Tearing it up in that slot position for the Bills.
Tua, if the Dolphins want any shot of saving face, they have to let Tua throw the football. They have to let Tua throw.
And it looked good. It looked good until they ran the end around.
But then Ford dropped the football. Parker's not healthy. Where's Gesicki in this game?
Doesn't matter because those screen passes are not doing anything. We got to get back to the game. Is game's back on? Dolphins are on the field.
I'll see you guys at postgame.
So we will be back at postgame.
Listen, that drive is literally the cherry on top of all the crap that happened in that 15-minute halftime. I could care less right now about the game and everything, but like this is just ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous. The greatest thing is, and I want to shout out from someone on Twitter, Too Cocky RJD tweeted at me and said, "I don't know how we have the most fair weather fan base in the league and yet also the loudest and most delusional." I understand, and we've said this every week, and everyone has come to me and said, "Kyle, dude, it's Twitter. Come on." I understand that, but it's getting ridiculous. The takes and everything happening on Dolphins Twitter right now is absolutely ridiculous.
But you know what? Let's be fair. That when Gailey was doing
If
what he was doing, it did look
Correct.
terrible.
It
But
did.
now all
But
of
if
a
any
sudden-
Dolphins fan could have come away with that half, and there were multiple of them that could come away from that half and tweet, and there are ones with thousands of followers who deserve to have those stripped from them for how stupid the tweets were. That first half was on Tua Tagovailoa is ridiculous to me.
Especially
That's all I want to
now,
say.
all of a sudden,
Those tweets,
listen,
ridiculous.
Omar Kelly and other writers actually agreed with them.
And they're
They also
ridiculous.
said, in quote, Tua would tell you the same thing.
good for Tua. But seriously, look at the difference, Manny. All of a sudden, they're throwing the
it was a
playbook
big
at him
time
and it's
drive, man.
moving.
I get it. It was a big time drive, one that you needed, one that it was a season.
But
was on
Manny,
the line,
why
and
did it work? Why did it work?
Because you let the
That was
young
not
man
the-
play.
Correct.
You let the
So
young
it's
man
not
play.
Tua's fault. Holy smokes! They let him play quarterback instead
Like, it's
of
ridiculous
running
to
back.
think
Hey,
that.
man, damn.
Again, I state it every single time I have this state because people will go back in my tweets and they'll try to say, "Oh, you didn't want Tua." I was a Herbert guy. I'll say it every single time, but it's ridiculous to me that these type of things are happening. Like it's just it blows my mind. It blows my mind.
You know what blows my mind? That the game wasn't even over yet.
Exactly. It's like, guys, like, I mean, I love the Dolphins as much as everyone.
Is that listen, I can feel where Shane's coming from because I have a lot of fans his age that have been dealing with this for a long, long time. Lewis, maybe you're one of them as well. We're all over 30, or at least my group is. And it's the only thing that they can always rely on is like, damn, in a meaningful game, you always, wet the bed at halftime. And that's what it felt like. But here's the difference, though, which I've been trying to tell them. It's Flores, it's Tua. It's not the old regime anymore. There's no Mike Tannenbaum there. Okay?
That's not going to be Chan Gailey either.
There shouldn't be a Chan Gailey. Jeez. Now the defense come up with a stop, get the ball back, go do it again.
Well, let's see what they do. Is it Josh Allen again?
I don't know. Oh no, he's actually in street clothes now with a big giant coat.
Okay, so Matt Barkley time. Here we go.
No excuses now.
Man.
Big stop for the defense there. Thank God. So
It wasn't look like it was going to happen too.
yeah,
So.
it didn't look like it was going to happen because McKenzie, I don't know if he's just really, really fast or what, but he's been ripping the Dolphins to shreds today. It's always those speed defenders that really screw things up because when you're playing man coverage, you have to basically be perfect. You have to knock the guys off their route. You have to be physical with them and basically make it so that they can't get 3 yards ahead of you. So speed demons are going to be difficult for this team moving forward if they want to continue running this type of defense. But you know what? I'm willing to take it. Honestly, I'm willing to accept that reality for a while. Why is Manny laughing? Why does he think this is so funny? Like, what are you laughing at, Manny? Are you laughing at me or are you laughing at something else?
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm just.
It's like I don't even know anymore. I don't know. If people...
Kai, look, this is hilarious, bro.
What? Oh, what I sent?
Did I miss something good?
We need more negative Shane because apparently the Dolphins have woken up from their slumber in Buffalo.
Oh, I see. Okay, listen.
No, and this isn't. Wait, let me also because like I know maybe I might have been a little bit too harsh on Shane when he came in. I don't want to make this seem like there's
that felt like classic first take right there. That was Skip Bayless.
No, I don't want to.
I loved it.
I want to prep like I don't want to make it seem like there's any any internal fighting within 5R and stuff like that. I just wanted to put that out there because like, listen, I'm pretty sure I'm the youngest one here. I'm 22. I know I'm the youngest one out of the 4 of us, and like obviously my disappointment has not been the same as everyone else's, but it's just ridiculous to me that like we could do this, especially again after what we were talking about, the 3 years of longing for Tua, the talking about all year this year, the back end of last year, how we found a coach, how off of like one game, and it's understandable. Like this is the Dolphins, we're all used to it happening, the PTSD, everything like that. It's just ridiculous to me that we could be this negative when there are teams that have more talent than us. There are teams that have more on their plate who aren't doing the same.
Like
and
the Browns.
It's just so it's just like I don't know. It just blows my mind. All
right, so let's get back to the game. Hopefully Gailey didn't find those notes that Brian Flores ripped up at the half.
Bro, he has no help. The man literally is out there getting pressured, having to step up in the pocket, making plays with his legs, and nobody's getting open. I mean, I really don't know what else Dolphin fans want out of Tua, right? I mean, there's no weapon there that's 100% healthy. Like Parker's not healthy, bro. Listen, Parker's twice the size of Josh Norman, and if he can, friggin' stop you within 5 yards from running a slant route, and you slip and fall, you're not healthy, man.
Look, what do we?
What can do?
There's nothing Tua could do at this point. We just gotta have to keep it in perspective, right? As far as what we really need to do is obviously we need to load up on the offensive side of the ball with weapons. But Devontae Parker is a number 2 and number 3 option in the NFL. He's a good one. It's just when we rely on him to be a number 1 option, we have plays where he doesn't necessarily make that extraordinary play that a number 1 option will make. Like I literally posted it. I'm sarcastically. I'm like, I'm sure there's somebody making fun of Tua for not realizing that Devontae Parker fell down and his crystal ball let him down. And somebody commented and said, yeah, he should have had better timing on that. I don't understand. I don't understand what they expect out of Tua. I don't understand what they really even want in a quarterback. I mean, I don't know if it's even a race thing at this point, because Ryan Tannehill got 7 years of slack where it was always an excuse for him. And it's like we're on his 8th start maybe, and it's already bust and fry him and draft a new quarterback next year. I don't know.
The problem is that they see Fitzpatrick, a gunslinger, have success with the same offense, and they want that guy. They want the guy who will test the defense, and they don't care. Yeah, instant success, correct. Microwave society. That's how this is. If you're not immediately Dan Marino incarnate, then you're no good. That's how things are. I'm sure that come this offseason, everybody's going to relax and everybody's going to calm down and everybody's going to give more of a shot for Tua. But that's the reality, is that they see Justin Herbert making plays. They see a gunslinger making plays, and they want that. They want the excitement. Yeah. Tua's not that. Tua's not a gunslinger. You have to give him guys who will make plays for you. But that shouldn't be a knock on your quarterback. Every quarterback needs somebody who's going to make plays for you. Stephon Diggs came to Buffalo this year
to make plays for Josh Allen. Yeah,
correct. So what? Are we just going to pretend that's not the case? Game's back on, so we got to go. But Just goes to show I don't need to make a prediction for Xavier Howard to make interceptions.
Yeah,
By
but
the way, the last thing I need is for Jock to come on here and tell me that Xavier Howard is not a top cornerback in the league, bro.
Elite
Yeah.
level ball skills. No,
Yeah,
I
man.
can't think of a corner with better ball
and
skills.
AVG again with that tip. Shout out
That's
to my
other.
dog.
It hit him
another
in the
jog.
chest. He could have picked it, honestly.
Hey, whatever, bro.
But I
I'll
just
take it.
Offense got to get rolling, though. Offense, figure it out,
that's the
man.
crazy part is that if we're being honest, there's still time.
Cleveland
That's the
just scored
craziest
again.
thing about this.
But
There's
you
still
can't
time.
be scoring one touchdown per 8 minutes. That's not going to
No, yeah, that's
You
no
got to
way.
move quick.
But
Yeah, the biggest problem for us right now is that the help is not helping. We're definitely getting killed with the outside scores right now.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Ford, man, drop that. I mean, it was tipped, but damn, like
Yeah.
no,
so,
the biggest issue is not that it got tipped, is that look how he was trying to catch it. Like this.
With his body.
Bring it in here.
if
We
he's
have
like this, if
all
he's
we
like
have
this
is a
with his
bunch of
hands,
body
maybe, right? Like
catchers.
this.
We need a bunch. We need hand catchers, bro. Give me Devontae Smith at this point. Like I'm tired of seeing Jakeem and everybody with their alligator arms just kind of scrunched up trying to get it with their body. And
Did you watch that movie Meet the Robinsons? That's what they all remind me of. The
Yeah.
T-Rex in that movie.
yeah, literally.
I have a big head and tiny arms.
I'm just not sure how well this plan was thought through.
Bro, if Tua can somehow have a player like Justin Jefferson, man, jeez, bro, that opens everything up.
Make a play. Yeah, but I mean, right
Most
now
receiving yards in a
again,
rookie season.
I think
Over
I
Moss.
think what we need to do right now is probably just focus in again on Devontae and Gesicki and have a drive that's just primarily getting them the ball,
But
getting
Juan,
them touches.
I don't want to listen. And I understand that Parker gives you the best possibility right now of making plays, man. But he's not 100%. And you know that Josh Norman, he knows it now, right? I'm gonna just jam him at the line, make sure he works. Even if he does a 15-yard route, he's not gonna go more than that because he can't run. He can't spread the field.
But we don't really do anything past 15, 20 yards anyway. We're in a box where we're doing everything within 20 yards.
So
Realistically,
if Jakeem Grant was in this game, do you think that could have been a difference?
Yes.
Nah.
Because
That's
that forces them, whether they believe he's going to catch it or not, that forces them to put somebody. Because you don't want Grant running 20 yards down the field by himself.
No.
he doesn't catch it. So I mean, for me, it doesn't scare me.
Game back on. So to be fair, that
How
pass,
is that?
that
How
pass,
is that Tua's fault?
it's not. I mean, the only reason it's Tua's fault is because the pass was a little high and behind. But even then,
They limp out and only went up with one hand. Let's start off with that.
that is true.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. That's problem number one. It was a little inaccurate. But
Before that, my bad, Lewis. But before that, just because I don't want to just jump straight to that play. The play before that, I understand Devontae was going to take a big hit, but he dropped that. Nobody touched that ball. He had it. He turned around and then he slipped out of his hands. Go ahead, Lewis. All you.
All I'm going to say is that Tua has not been great today, but he shouldn't have to have pinpoint accuracy and never make any mistakes in order for the offense to function. He should be able to have guys who will make plays for him when he is like only 98% accurate. You know what I mean? I get that his accuracy has been suspect today. It hasn't been the best. He's missed a few guys. He's missed more than a few guys. He overthrew Gesicki in the end zone. He overthrew Parker in the end zone. He's overthrown guys on the sidelines. All that is true. I can't deny it. But on the plays where it does get there and you get your hands on the football, do something. Like, basically, no mistakes can be made by anybody on this entire offense in order for it to truly function.
No. Lewis, nobody can make a mistake besides for Tua, because when Tua makes a mistake, nobody else can help him out. But when Tua throws perfect passes to 19, to Ford, to Gesicki, to Devontae, and they don't help him out, it's nothing. It's no indictment on them. It's just all Tua. And at this point, that's kind of like my biggest frustration. It's just when the play is good by Tua and the receivers don't make the play, it's no praise for Tua. It's just, damn, those receivers are terrible. But then when Tua throws not the best pass, but still gets it to him, and they don't make a play, it's, oh well, Tua's terrible. That's all on Tua. So I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, and obviously, if this game ends the way we think it's going to, and I don't think any of us think that the Jaguars are going to beat the Colts.
No.
It'll suck that the Dolphins won't be in the playoffs, but at the end of the day, I think we're all going to look at it and just say, you know what? Here we go into the offseason, get the weapons. Next year is the year.
Honestly, I don't think that's what's going to happen, Kai.
They judge. What do you think?
I don't think it's going to. You know what I think is going to happen.
What?
That they're going to say Tua's not the guy.
Who?
A lot of people on Twitter. That's going to be the loudest thing. That's going to be the loudest thing all season. Is that Tua's not the guy? Meanwhile, Matt Barkley just hits his guy deep for a nice 50-yard completion. All right, back to the game. As much as it hurts. Touchdown Bills. What can you even say at this point? What can you even say, man?
People are going ham defending Lynn Bowden Jr., but they can't defend their own quarterback. It's kind of asinine to me. I don't know.
Again, I told you they want a gunslinger. They want excitement. They want big plays. They want highlight reels. The big picture does not fit what that immediate result is. That's all I can tell you, man. I'm trying to find any kind of bright spot, and it's hard to find one right now because the way that this team is set up is not conducive to what it is that Tua does best. This team was built to do what Ryan Fitzpatrick does best.
100%. And there's no questioning for me about it. I will put a lot of the blame on there for Flores, because Flores should have known that there has to have been a plan as an organization where you say if Tua's at 5, that's our guy. And it's not just kind of scrounging up whatever talent you can and getting an old ex-coach of your backup quarterback to make him feel comfortable. I don't get it.
I'm still convinced the plan at the beginning was for Tua to redshirt 2020 and that Fitzpatrick was supposed to play the entire season. And then somewhere down the line, I don't know, maybe it really wasn't Flores' call. Really, if we never really did get an idea that, for sure, Tua was just the best thing for the team. I'm not convinced that Flores thought that anymore. I'm starting to be convinced that somebody pressured Brian Flores, which, let's be honest, it's not something that is impossible. Coaches have been pressured into doing things they don't want to do before.
Yeah, but not to cut you off, but my biggest thing with that line of thinking is like, we weren't winning. We were 3-3 when Tua went in. Like, what did we really have going like when Tua went in?
They were 3-3, but the offense was, again, it's not like the offense was non-functional. That's the problem. It's just that once Tua went in there, you couldn't justify not putting him in there anymore.
Yeah,
because
it was after the Jets game, and it was after Ryan Fitzpatrick literally went 0 of 9 on third downs for the Jets, because people forget this. And it's okay. Well, dang, we can't get worse than this. Let's throw Tua in there. But then they
were winning. That's the crazy part. They shut out the Jets. It wasn't like they were losing.
Correct, but still 0 of 9 on third downs against the Jets is a bad look, bro, as an offense. And yeah, we won that game, but that I 100% feel like that's partly what got what got Fitzpatrick benched, because it's like at some point you're like, okay, well, we need to see what's in the rookie. And that's why it's confusing for me with Flores, because it's like, bro, like, you decided to see what you have in the rookie. We weren't winning. We were winning with the rookie, and now it's all of a sudden, well, the rookie can't do it. I don't know.
Interception number 3 for Tua.
No.
Bro, how ahead are you?
Very, apparently. Okay. This is Tua forcing something, and it's not there. This is it. That's it. You know what's going to happen now, guys. This is what the talk is going to be. Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones. Remember him?
Wow, I'm just seeing the interception now. Well, hey, I mean, he threw it deep, so I mean,
no one
is the Twitter GMs gonna be happy about that at least?
No, because there was no one. He threw it to a Bill. He didn't even throw it to a Dolphin. There was no one in the area. So this team looks demoralized, quite frankly, and I can't blame them.
So looking,
we're not even supposed to be talking right now.
I know, but I think we got a Pittsburgh touchdown, so.
That's great. Awesome.
On 4th and 10, Chase Claypool. Cool.
It's cool to have guys who can make plays, isn't it?
I mean, is it?
We got to cut off. We got to cut off.
The Bills are about to score a touchdown. We wouldn't want to stop the broadcast. So, how do we make the case for Tua Tagovailoa after this game?
Well, you said it right. You didn't need to correct yourself after the season because it's looking like our season might be over. But I mean, hey, look, I for one, I love the kid. I'm ready to ride and die with Tua just because I've seen stuff on tape that you don't see an average, normal, everyday quarterback actually do these type of things. And for me, it's just building an offense centered, created, and only for him, with receivers designed specifically for his skill set, and take it from there, man. Because if you're gonna judge it off of 8-9 games on an offense that realistically had nothing for him at all, no receivers who were designed for him or nothing, no plays, like I don't know. I think it's a rush decision, and it feels like it's like a bigger thing than just a quarterback, because Ryan Tannehill did not light it up his rookie year, and we gave the guy 7 years.
Tannehill was a lot worse than Tua, at least numbers wise.
So
12 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
I don't get the love or the hate or what they're going on with Tua, to be honest with you.
Because again, this is all about the fact that Justin Herbert's doing well. Justin Herbert, the guy we didn't want. Justin Herbert, the guy we mocked. Justin Herbert, the guy who was supposed to be an
Justin
inaccurate.
Herbert stuff has got to stop, man. Like,
it's not going to stop, Kai. That's the reality. It's not going to stop. It will not stop throughout this entire offseason.
Offseason, bro. That's going to be a career thing. That's going to be a career conversation of whether we should have gone with this dude Herbert or we should have gone with Tua. Again, I will double down. I am 100% with Tua. We just have to. And I just tweeted it out, and I feel like this loss, I hate to be that guy, but I feel like this loss is on the quarterback reliever starter system that we've been employed. Like, it feels like this offense is missing a spark. And what did the offense and what did the team look for before to get that spark? It was Ryan Fitzpatrick. So for me, it looks like the price was finally here to be paid. Like, it's that system that we've been running. I've been screaming it to the mountaintops that it's not sustainable. And I don't know, people thought that we were going to be the first team in NFL history to have a starting quarterback and then a relieving quarterback, and I guess make it to the playoffs.
All right, let's get back to it.